My name is Anne Thomas and I am from Solihull and District Club. Today I would like to introduce Nimra Haroon, who is 15 years of age, from Langley School, Solihull, and Nimra's chosen topic is "The pen is mightier than the sword."
On Wednesday the 7th of January this year, 2 men stormed the offices of a French satirical magazine and killed 12 members of staff, including their editor. They claimed that their motivation was religious. It wasn't. They were fighting freedom of speech in the most brutal of ways. But they didn't win. France won. Even against the backdrop of such violence, the world came together and people from many different backgrounds, religions and nationalities marched together in unity for peace. Charlie Hebdo, the focus for the attacks, sold over 5 million copies that following week, proving indeed that the pen is mightier than the sword. What does violence solve in comparison to words? Words answer questions, words justify decisions, words solve riddles. And violence? What does violence do? Violence is used where words are not. Violence is used for those who cannot put words together. In many cases, it does not help situations. It is used as an attempt to get your voice across, to persuade someone to agree with you, and rarely ever does this method of persuasion actually work. Some may be thinking, well, what's so powerful about writing? Writing is the greatest persuasive method of seduction, the only way in which your opinion can not only be heard, but seen, understood, and approved. Writing is more respected than violence, as it shows intelligence, effort, and maturity. For example, if someone were to come up to you and give you a very persuasive speech about why capital punishment should be abolished, would you be more persuaded by that, or would you be more persuaded by someone shouting at you and persuading you with violence? Seems pretty clear. Actions are not louder than words, because words are actions. All in all, the effect of violence is nothing compared to the effect of writing. Furthermore, let's take the classic example of the Treaty of Versailles. In effect, this was a piece of paper that ended World War I, started the United Nations, and because of the United Nations, it has probably stopped World War III from happening. If millions of men putting their lives at risk was not enough to end a war, how come one sheet of paper was? That's the power of the pen for you. Perhaps this is because every problem can be recognised when being written down. But violence doesn't get you anywhere. The media has a significant role to play in the power of words. If you are to hear something from a news channel or in a magazine, you are most likely to believe it, regardless of if it is true or not. However, the time between an interview and the published article is evidently where the truth is twisted. This means that celebrities are often punished for telling the truth. The point is that celebrities have no control over their social lives. That is all controlled by us. And that is another form of the example that the pen is mightier than the sword, symbolising that what we say and what we write about celebrities is stronger than what the celebrities can say themselves. For example, if a singer said, "I don't like something," in an interview, for example, dogs, the editor would take it out of context and headline the point of them disliking animals, making it into something that is not, causing bad publicity for the singer. Moreover, there is another side to the media which validates the fact that the pen is mightier than the sword: cyberbullying. We all know the desperate measures teenagers would go to prove a point. So when a teenager creates an enemy, they will not hesitate to jump online and let out their anger. Victims of such situations could be scarred for life. This can cause victims of situations to self-harm, run away, or worst case scenario, commit suicide, all because of another person on a social media. One photo, even one caption, can be the difference between life and death. Ultimately, it is words which provoke such violence, just as it is words which repair it. A sword can kill one person at a time. A pen can convince millions of people at a time that killing them was the right decision. Thank you for listening.